Good evening. Welcome to the third session of Alien Avatar, the Chronicle of Mage The Ascension in Web Vampiro. In this chronicle, our characters are investigating the strange communicate of the Sphinx, the Rogue Council, a group of mages beyond the curtain, beyond the shadow curtain that communicates with the Umbra, that send to the Cabal strange communicate about some Nazi experiments that happened during the Second World War. During the first and second game sessions, our protagonists or main characters that are native from Berlin, from Germany, were trying to delve too deep into this matter, were contacting and looking for some clues with their tradition mates and colleagues, and they find some important clue, some important name that reverberates, that echoes along all this newsreel, this video that presents the crimes committed by the Nazis. That name, that renegade, is Nyman, Jason Nyman. He is a veteran of the Second World War. He fought with the traditions, even deemed himself a technocratic agent. But he is retired. He is hiding in London. So our protagonists or main characters have left Berlin, have crossed Europe, and now, after some days driving, sleeping in hotels and road inns, they are arriving to London. How do you feel after so many days sleeping in hotels, sleeping in road inns, and leaving your country, leaving your home, leaving your houses, looking for someone you have not met before? Furthermore, in the case of Myrna, having these memory problems, this amnesia that still crawls in his mind, eroding his memories and eating his childhood sweet memories. How do you feel?
So for the first days of the travel, I don't speak with anyone. If they address me, they get ignored. Mira just gets inside her head, trying to deal with it and not expecting to talk through it or share it with anyone. She just tries to avoid the pain and the confusion just by reading as many maps and manuals from Guide to London to get acquainted with the city that she has never been before. And at least she gets some sense of purpose along the way, and she feels useful, and that way can avoid thinking about whatever happened. At the moment, she's trying just to focus on what's in front of her, because if she gets a second where she allows herself to just wallow in this pain, like she feels like she's not going to be able to go forward. So slowly she becomes warmer to the group and maybe says a good morning or whatever, but definitely not a gentle companion for the travel through the whole way.
Okay. So I think that maybe she still remains silent when the characters arrive to London. Maybe Thanos is driving.
Yeah, of course.
crossing these highways as faster as he can in the right side of the road, in the other side that you used to drive. Maybe you are still a bit confused about that. And how does feel Thanos?
Yeah, first of all, I want to remark that my character is from Greece, so yeah, I think that is the phrase that I said in all the sessions. But okay, is my phrase. And second, yes, I want to remark, as you said, that this is a totally mess to drive in the other side of the road. But anyway, we are trying to find someone in a huge city that we don't know nothing about it. So, step by step, first of all, maybe it should be important to try to find a safe place to be on it.
Okay. When you arrive in London, of course, as always, it's raining. Small rain falls over you, wetting your bodies, your clothes, and the sky above you is a gray mantle, a gray shroud, like a mortuary shroud that covers all the city. The last stars of the day are like the eyes of the new world order, always present, always watching you. You drive maybe to some quiet district, looking for some place to hide, to rest, and you arrive to Southall, immigrant district in the south of London. It's mostly composed of Pakistan and Indian immigrants. It's far from the center of the city, and there is easier and cheaper to rent some room in a dusty and dirty inn. I guess that you rent a room in a place named the halal the halal traveler, and maybe you park your car in the street, hoping that nobody touches it. And what do you do? How do you feel about this place?
So I say my first complete sentence of the travel, and I'm like, well, if we're gonna get robbed, which might happen, we should maybe just share a room. I don't mind being with you guys.
Yeah, this is not our problem. Yeah.
What?
Should we go in and just ask for a room indefinitely?
No, yeah. This is not my specialism too. But anyway, yeah, we can book a room for, I don't know, or some rooms. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
No, but what I'm thinking is we're gonna call someone attention at some point, so we might want to keep switching places maybe every 2 to 3 days. Um, and yeah, I think for the best it would be just all of us to share a room. it's not that many of us anyway. And yeah, just keep moving, keep everything on in the back, maybe in the car. Well, in the car, maybe I don't know.
Okay, but do you know what is our destination?
Well, I know London with the palm of my hand at this point. But where is people? I mean, we could figure it out. I don't know about you. I'm street smart in the sense that I know the street, but not that I know the people in the street.
Yeah. I can try some tricks too, but anyway.
Mirna is like a taxi driver. He knows only the streets, only the names.
All the names, all the numbers, where are they? What is the north? What is the south? But
Yeah.
people,
So, are you going to perform some ritual in this dirty room of the halal traveler?
I think that we don't have other better option, at least in my case. Yeah.
I mean, unless we know of somewhere where there might be a popular cabal or something, then yeah, I would say a ritual. It's our best choice.
If you wish, you can roll. You can roll. Wait, well, let me a minute. Intelligence plus occult for knowing where to find other members of your tradition in London. If you achieve some successes, you may know the address of some cabal of some lodge or chantry in London.
Okay, let's do that then.
You say intelligence plus?
Occult. You can roll in the server in the
Yeah.
alien avatar server.
Okay, right.
Yeah, no. As I said, I just know the street.
Okay, one success. And Thanos, 3 successes.
And I don't know if in this case specialism means that I can repeat the 10.
I think that you roll one more dice.
Exactly. Okay. Right.
Okay. Well, you already now some chantry in London. At least you have heard about it. A chantry of the Knights of Radamantis, of the Euthanatoid tradition in London. Maybe this chantry could be a good place to start looking for help. The chantry is called the Furies, the Avenger Furies. It's based in the legend of the Greek legend of the Avenger woman that used to punish those who to defy the gods. So you have something to use your ritual with. You can use your ritual for looking this chantry in your map. Do you understand me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yes. So I shared this information with Mirna, of course, and I start preparing the ritual to use entropy to try to find this place.
And how this fits in your paradigm? How this has how this gains some meaning with your perspective of magic and of entropy?
Okay, first of all, yeah, because I have to find a place. Yes, one useful thing to use is a map, of course, but
Okay.
I'm going to use too some bones, some little bones of chicken or something like this, for little
Okay.
animals.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can buy it in a supermarket or even in the
yeah,
butcher.
exactly. And for example, I'm going to put at the beginning the bones in the points that are marked as cemeteries or places on which I know that is or can be strong the relationship with the will.
Okay.
We are going to
Okay.
start or to put the bones here at the beginning, and with the ritual, the goal is that the bones move through the place or pointing to the place on which the cabal is.
Okay. Okay. So I guess you extend the map in the floor of the room.
Mhm.
You throw bones still bloody of the chicken. You have bought in the supermarket
Yeah.
this plastic box filled of bones, and well, I think that it's going to smell in the room, but it doesn't. It's not to. It's not going to be worse than before. Okay, so
Yes, I am going to sit down near the map naked.
mhm, okay,
It in my chest, it or you can see a tattoo of an omega letter,
okay,
and yeah, this is because I'm more I'm yes more near of the entropy if I'm naked. This
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, you ha- this is why you have a relation with the death.
Of course.
You enter with without clothes in the water in the lake of death, where the souls are drained and are um, what's the word, drowned, where the souls are drowned to the bottom of the lake, Stygia, Styx. So when Thanos starts to perform the ritual, what does Myrna and what does Lucas when they begin to see Thanos taking off his clothes and starting to play with bones in the room you have rented in Southend, in the south of London.
I open a window. I just put myself on the window, head outside, and just wait until it's done. I don't want to do anything with it. I don't want to do anything with magic for some time right now.
But you keep watching. You still stay in the room, or you the room. Do you leave the room?
No, no, no. I don't leave the room. I just stay in the window, like no, 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 no. I'm trying to ignore it hard.
Okay, okay. And Lucas, Thanos is performing a ritual to Lucas. Are you there?
Yes, my internet just had a little problem. So, assuming that Thanos doesn't need my help, I guess I will also like join Myrna. I will like open windows and just leave Thanos do his thing, and then like have a smoke on the outside. Just like if he needs something from me, like I'll be there. But
Okay,
I
okay,
assume that he wants to be left alone.
okay. Thanos, as you know the name of your cabal, uh, of your mates, of your comrades, you only need 5 successes of this entropy ritual to
Mhm.
achieve it. So you have to roll more one time. But you also can spend quintessence for lessen the difficulty number, and you can spend willpower for achieve one automatic success.
Okay, perfect. So I think that I could roll a dice each, each hour or something like that.
You roll everything. Yeah, you spend 1 hour for roll.
Exactly.
So you can spend maybe 2 or 3 hours performing the ritual until achieving some success or
Okay,
well,
because I think that the difficulty should be 5, or I'm
yeah,
assuming
it
this.
should, it should be 5, but
It's
it just spend willpower quintessence.
yeah. I reduce the difficulty. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it. Okay, so but I think that first of all I'm going to use willpower. Okay.
Okay.
To
achieve
assure
one success.
one success, and I'm going to roll the dice of the first.
You have everything 2 or 3.
Yeah, two.
Okay. One success.
And
So
willpower, so two successes.
2 successes. So
Exactly.
just spend the first hour performing the ritual, and the bones start to tremble, and the blood in the bones start to slide to some point near Whitechapel. But you still doesn't know where inside Whitechapel in this district the chantry is. So roll again, please.
Because a system question about the quintessence. It's the limit of the quintessence that I can
use your avatar.
use. Avatar. I don't have avatar.
Well, so you cannot use quintessence. Yeah.
Okay, easiest. No, don't worry. Okay, second roll. I'm going to second try. I'm going to spend other point of willpower. Okay, I have 8 of willpower. So okay, 5.
Cool. 5. But at least you have enough willpower to burn.
Yes. Okay. Willpower.
Oh, yeah. One success. The willpower.
3
successes.
3 successes. Other roll the same. I use willpower. I think that bones are not as quickly as we want, but anyway.
Okay. Well, 2 successes.
2 more.
So So after 3 hours, you finally achieve the address of the chantry, and the bones tremble and move to a street in Whitechapel, and the blood turns black in a place where you know that Jack the Ripper commit her first murder, her first crime. And this damn place, is where the Thanatos built the sanctuary.
Okay.
Drinking from the black aura, from the energy that those crimes left.
It makes sense. Okay, I pick up the map and the bones. I put my clothes on, and I say to Birna and Lucas, okay, I have an address.
Well, after 3 hours, what has been done, Birna, and how does he what does she thinks about the way Thanos achieved these answers?
She's trying not to really pay attention to it. She's weirded out. This is absolutely outside of her alley. The conception of it is like, hard to understand. Like, as far as she knows, it's all about mathematics, portals, and aliens waiting at the other side of the portal. Like, this is just
Oh,
like she has to understand. Like, she understands that other magicians understand it other way, but like, it's just like water and oil. She cannot connect the dots. She's like, no, cannot be.
Okay, and Lucas, Mirna has spent all these weeks from Berlin to London almost in complete silence. She refused to communicate with you, with the other members of the cabal. She is obviously feeling desolated. Maybe you start to feel that maybe something happened to her, and how what does Lucas during these 3 hours waiting for Thanos? You are silenced. You are muted.
Sorry. Yeah, I wanted to say that during these 3 hours, I will try to start a conversation with Mirna, especially because I guess we all realized when we got into the car that something had happened because of because of how she looked. But at least during the trip, I thought that maybe it was too soon to talk, but maybe now it was a better time. So maybe I asked her like a couple of probing questions, just to see if she's receptive to talk, and if she is, then I think I would like to start a conversation. If she doesn't feel like it, then that's completely cool, and I just keep having a smoke. Yeah, I think that's. You're muted, Mirna.
Well,
Mirna, you're muted.
You're also
Muted.
silenced.
So at the beginning, Mirna is like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, just giving you one-liners, just like trying to avoid it, but like, because you can tell that she just lacks the social ability to say, hey, I'm going through something and sorry about what you guys went through. So basically, you get just one-liners until she does her first sentence. It's like, can I have one of your cigarettes, please?
Of course.
And well, maybe Lucas has the enough skill, enough insight to know that Mirna needs help, but he's not going to recognize her need for help. So what Lucas is going to do?
I think Lucas is going to wait until she reaches for help, because like otherwise, I think forcing help onto someone else, I don't think it's the right way to go. Because you could be giving the wrong kind of help, if that makes sense. So when she feels ready and has the need to reach out for help, then I will of course be there. But that's my reasoning, of course. And my way of showing that is just like being there and just like having a chat. Yeah.
Okay, so after 3 hours, Thanos leaves the room of the motel with an address, and you take your car. Thanos is driving, and you drive to Whitechapel after maybe rested some hours. There, the time has frozen. You feel that this place, plenty of tourists, plenty of nightlife, still clings in the remembrances of the the Ripper murders. You feel that the smoke, that the ambience there is darkener, is heavier. This shroud, this death mantle that covers all the buildings of London there is thinner, is like a club, like you you find hard even finding some of your comrades while walking. You cannot see anything beyond 3 or 4 meters away, and the lights of the streets fall yellow and orange above you, drawing an ambience that could draw you to the Victorian era, like traveling to lost time. This place has a curse, it's damned, and Myrna could feel this in his mind. It's like if someone has remained in the soul of this district. All these deaths, all the fame that those crimes achieved, changed the way of the district, of the changed the traits and the personality of the city. When you find the address, you find a black gate to a building in some darkened alley. What do? You call to the ring bell, or you wait there. How does feel Mirna that has some connection to the spirit world?
Her reasoning of how she feels in this area, she starts making some theory in her mind that probably this is an area where the veil of reality is probably thinner, but it connects with some dimension that it's probably filled with spirits that, well, spirits, aliens that
Yeah.
are from the worst kind of dimensions, definitely not the dreamlands, probably somewhere isolated, somewhere to some kind of spirit that she doesn't really, sorry, alien, that she doesn't want, or entity that she doesn't really want to connect to, because she already had such a grim experience with an invader, and basically she tries to just make her mind as blank as she can so as to not connect with the spirit of the place.
Okay. You try to stay focused in your mission, but some shadows in the streets draw your attention. They are like uh, they are like lost souls watching you. It's like you have entered the dreamlands even without knowing, and now they pay their full attention to you. They wait for you. They have been waiting for someone. You just try to don't see their eyes, their fanged mouths, their blooded um, their blooded injuries, but they are but this woman are there and they are watching you. So Thanos, what?
What's going to be?
What?
No, I think you heard Norwegian, not me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Thanos, I think that knocks the door, and after a few minutes, the door opens without any human presence beyond.
Hello.
There is only a dark corridor.
Oh.
I
Okay.
grab Lucas' arm and I tell him like, please just talk to me. Just keep talking to me. Distract me while we do this.
Yeah, of course. Like that's what I do best. Then I just keep talking. I just keep rumbling, and just telling her about all the crazy customers that populate my parents' cafe. So, or just like some other dumb stories that I know of. If that's how I can be of help right now, that's great.
Oh yeah. And I just grab him, and everybody can see that all of a sudden like a scaredy cat be like, no, just keep talking.
Yeah, that's fine. So I do that.
Okay, you enter the corridor. It's a narrow corridor with black walls and no no light in no place. You maybe you use your cell phones, your own lights to advance in this darkness, and finally, in some corner, you find other gate, and this gate is white. It's pure white. It has a letter in, and is also an omega letter as the Thanos tattoo. What do you do?
But like a gate, you mean like a door with a handle, or like a closed door, or
Yeah,
what?
it's a closed door, a pure white closed door with a black omega in front.
Okay, I can try to open it. Yeah, I push the door.
Okay, you feel something when you touch the door. You feel pain, but also, and above that, you feel angry. You feel the angry of the victims, the angry souls that rest in this place. You feel that you are being scanned by some force, like by some mind, and the doors opens, and you enter a place with like a dinner room with a woman inside taking some notes in a diary. Come in, Thanos.
Okay, I enter in the room and I say, okay, I am at home.
You enter, maybe followed by your comrades, and you discover a room in a Victorian era style. There are a big library in the in all the walls. There are some other doors, some other gates to other places, and small candles and lights in some Victorian fashion. There's only one person, a woman, dressed in black, and she has some ruby, some red pendant in the neck, and some gothic eyeliner. She gives you welcome to the three of you, and says, please take a seat.
Thank you very much. As you said, I am Thanos, and these are Mirna and Lucas.
Very nice to meet you. um, just thank you for your kind welcome. But who are you exactly?
I am Penny Dreadful.
Okay.
of the Hollow Ones. We are a mixed cabal there. We have been waiting for you. We dream with your arrival. So, are you from Germany?
Mhm.
She says.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. We've been following a string of leads that took us all the way to England. So yeah, you could say we've been guided through these past few weeks.
Interesting. And she looks to he pay attention to some little cat, black cat that starts moving under your feet. Maybe touching your feet and leaving some how do you say frothing, frothing your
Yeah, rubbing with my legs, right?
yeah that's that's right. Penny looks at you. Yeah, that's the cat, the black cat. Penny looks at you and say, "Well, but bring you to London."
We
Yeah.
are looking for certain people that are up to no good and must be stopped.
In London, this place is dangerous for us for the reasons. We are the only cabal in London. The the city is firmly in the hands of the technocracy.
So imagine the risk that we are valuing. So I think that can tell you what kind of people we are after.
She loves like in some way she's surprised by your trust and confidence in her. Yeah, sure, you can trust me. Who do you are looking for?
Um, I look nervously at my colleagues because I was just trying to be brave, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, I might have said way too much.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure how frank can we be with this person, because I don't know like how many connections. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I think we should have had these conversations before coming in the
Well,
sense that we don't. I don't know. I don't know how much to trust this person. Like, do we just tell her everything that we saw, or like, what do we do? Or
you look for a century of traditions and you find it.
yeah,
So, what? Now you have find some other traditionalists, but they are not going to help you if they don't know in what you are
yeah,
uh, what,
yeah.
what,
I know.
what you're
I
dealing
think
with.
I don't know if it's our best chance to get information or to get help, but I think that it's maybe the only opportunity that we have. So, yeah, in my opinion, we have to trust her.
I look at my friends after trying to look for answers, and since we are all like, oh well, I just turn around to her and I said, I think that the right response is that we are fools.
Hmm. the cat, the black cat, looks at you with a yellow deep eyes and says, "I trust them. I like this girl," says the cat. And you
First time I hear that.
you jump for a second, maybe a little surprised with a talking cat that has been what was the word? Well, it was in your legs.
Like Robin in the
Yeah,
someone.
rolling the legs. And how does Mirna react to that?
She jumps because she's very on edge, and she literally jumps. She feels like her own spirit is leaving her body, and then tries to compose herself, but she has probably just literally jumped on her own place.
Okay. And what Thanos and Lucas do?
Maybe as our audience is a talking cat, our story is not as strange as we can imagine at the beginning.
Okay.
This is how Thanos feels.
Okay.
So I have the feeling that I may have encountered something like this because in the cabal that was in Brandenburg near Berlin, there were a lot of verbena. So maybe one of them already had a familiar. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I've been acquainted with the concept of a familiar before. So maybe it's not so strange to me, but still, like, it's pretty fun because we all thought that
Yeah,
it was a regular
definitely.
cat. Yeah. So I don't know. I just crack a smile and I don't know. I'm really, I don't know. I seem happy because like I see a talking cat, but that's pretty much it.
So are you going to tell Penny what's going on, or are you?
Yeah, I think we told her the whole story, right? That we were looking for. I think that the people that we're specifically looking for is that are
Jason
still
Reitman.
alive. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Jason Nightman is the only one that I think is still that we know alive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or is there anyone else that we can look for?
What was
We
the name
have
of the guy that I was told in my ritual?
But Alice Richter, you said Alice Richter, no?
Yeah.
Alice Richter was the criminal, but you don't know where to find Alice Richter. You only know that Jason Nightman was in London.
and
Yeah.
maybe Dr. Mundial, I think that we don't know exactly if he is
He's alive.
died.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
We know that he disappeared.
Yeah.
And
We would.
we don't
Yeah.
have more news. Mhm.
So do we only ask for this? I think we can only ask for Jason Nightman, and just if they ask why, then maybe we
Yeah.
can just give a little bit of information. But we'll see what they ask for the information.
Yes, we can
Yeah,
start
let's see where this
with
takes
this
us.
name.
And we assume that we've had this conversation before going in, because
Okay.
I don't think right now it's.
Well,
Yeah.
so you asked for Jason Neyman to Dreadful, to Miss Dreadful. Well, she keeps a minute in silence. She talks a lot about who could be Jason Neyman. And she says, I don't really know. No one with that name. I'm sorry. There's no Jason Neyman in London. I have met before, but I can help you to find him if you wish, and if you tell me why do you are looking for him.
I think that the details are not important. What's important is that he committed a terrible, terrible crime, and we are looking to undo, at least to the extent of our possibilities, that crime.
Neyman committed a crime.
He helped in committing a crime. Yes.
Okay. He keeps some seconds in silence and okay, yeah, we can we can find him. Do you have something of Nightman? You have something related to him? Some pictures, some items of his maybe.
I think in the movie there was Nightman appeared there, right?
Yeah.
We could see Nightman there. So we will need some time maybe to rewatch the movie and take a screenshot of those of Nightman's image, and maybe we can use that.
Okay, you're going to rewatch the movie in the Chantry.
Or maybe we can do it in our flat or something. I mean,
Well, actually, it's way easier because we do have the film, so we only need to roll
Okay.
it to find the photogram, and with a lamp, you can project it and take a picture with your phone if you want.
yeah, that's
Okay.
that's another way of doing it.
So, okay, Penny takes the newsreel and starts looking for Nightman. And when before arriving to the Technocracy agent, he finds the corpses with these tattoos that these marks, these demonic marks that the experiments left in there. And she feels strange. I have seen this before. This is black magic. What are you dealing with?
Absolutely nothing actually. These people did some unspeakable stuff, and some of them got away with it. And we are trying to look for the people who didn't pay justice its due.
And also, the thing is, whatever they did a long time ago, they are trying to do it right now again, and it might happen if we don't stop it.
Okay. She keeps passing the pictures of the newsreel. He sees the Babelsberg tribunals, the Babelsberg proceedings. He sees the face of Alois Richter. And finally, he finds in the beginning the face of Jason Nyman. She then closes his eyes and starts a ritual. You feel the voices like a whispers in your head. She's talking with something, with someone. Lucas and Thanos only feel the chill ambience, the cold atmosphere that becomes in this room, in this sanctuary. But Pirna could feel the souls, these wandering aliens taking form around you. And Penny asking them where we can find him. And a soul, a black silhouette without form, with a distorted voice, answers. He is alive. He is still alive. He is near the Thames River. I can give you his resting place, but you have to give me something. Penny, you look how Penny draws a small mouse from his pocket and crack the neck of the mouse that fall to the table. Death. The shadow takes this dead mouse and answers. He has a motorbike garage in the Thames River. You can follow his trail. He only keeps working in his motorbikes as he has disconnected from all relation with technocracy or magic. Penny nods. Lucas and Thanos have not heard more than a few whispers, but Mirna has listened everything. And before disappearing, the soul turns to her and says, "I will see you again, Mirna." And then it dissolves in the air.
I fall on the floor just like scared, like no, and I just crawled back.
The woman says, "Well, have you heard it? The man you are looking for has a motorbike workshop near the Thames River. Maybe you should look in this place."
Okay. Thank you. I seem a bit confused because I'm not entirely sure of all the information that we've gotten, but I see from the reaction of Mirna that I guess we got what we came for. So I thank you, Penny Dreadful, for her time, and tell her that if she needs anything from us, we'll be glad to help her.
Okay, the cat looks at you and says, "Actually, I would like some milk. Can you bring me some milk?"
Sure, of course. And I look at my two colleagues and ask them if they need anything else, or can we go and buy some milk?
The cat also says, I like it ecological place, not
Okay.
that's seed of milk processed. I like it natural milk.
Not to worry, I'll bring you the freshest milk of London.
And so you left the chantry with some ideas. What are you going to do?
I guess find Jason's bike, right?
Okay.
That's all we have.
Are we just
It's in
gonna go there without a plan? Just hey, you committed a crime.
Yeah, well, it said it's in a garage, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, we could try to ambush him. Like we can, if it's like a public garage, maybe we can also park there and wait for him. If it's like a private one, then maybe we can come up with a plan. Like what? I don't know. I don't have a better idea.
Well, the spirit said that he no longer practices magic, and he also hides from the Technocracy. So, I mean, if we catch him relatively publicly, it's not like he's gonna, well, vanish. Like he's gonna.
Mhm.
But that's just my educated guess.
Mhm.
Well, maybe
So-
you can do some street work and investigate the garages department in the area.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll wits plus streetwise?
Yeah, I think that will be our best bet. Like just find the place where it is, and then once we see how it is, if it's like it has a tight security or something, then we can come up with a plan. Or like just decide what we can do.
Having
So
correspondence tree, would it be possible, for example, if we just go around the building with a car, for me to be able to have an idea how the building must be on the inside?
Yeah, sure.
mhm.
Yeah, let's do
But
that then.
do you have to roll before? How many of you have streetwise?
0.
No, no
Street
one.
walk.
No one. Well, maybe you can still roll wits, and
Wait.
maybe you can spend willpower if you wish.
Okay.
Who is going to roll?
I'm going to roll. So
Okay.
I rolled 3 dices, 3
Okay.
dice, and I got 10, 10, and 6. So if difficulty is 6, then 2 successes. Oh, 3 successes, sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
well done.
Well, as streetwise is a talent, difficulty is still 6.
Okay.
If you don't have a streetwise and it's a skill or a knowledge, the difficulty is
Gross, yeah.
it grows. Yeah.
Okay, so I got 2 10s, so I guess I still get 2 successes.
Yeah. You have 3 successes
Okay.
actually, because
Okay.
it's only a talent. If it would be a technique or a knowledge, the 6 it would not be a success. And well, after maybe spending an hour driving from the change area, looking for some places where you can repair your motorbike, or asking for someone who gives you an address, maybe you find a quiet garage in a neighborhood not far from where you were in Whitechapel, and you find an old, very old man, like I don't know, 90 years old man, cleaning some custom motorbike and putting together some pieces. Well, mm, are you going to make a drive around the neighborhood? You are going to still to roll stealth plus wits to keep you unrecognized, to stay.
Yeah.
Well, who drives? Thanos.
Me, yeah.
Roll stealth plus wits, please.
Stealth plus, sorry.
Wits.
Okay, so I don't have stealth, so the difficulty is
Rises in 1. You roll against difficulty 8.
8. Okay. Mm, one success.
One success. Okay, I'm going to roll for 9 men.
Okay.
Give me a minute. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Awareness 4 and wits 3. So he rolls 70 dice.
Oh.
Wow.
We are fucked.
Wow.
Four successes. Well, after giving a round in the neighborhood, you don't find Jason Nyman no more. He has vanished. Maybe he hid in some place.
Okay, it's not going to be easy.
What are you going to do? Are you going to park the car in the street and
yeah. should we just leave him a message that only he will understand, that maybe we mean no harm or something like that? I was thinking of leaving a message on his bike with a cryptic message like, Enigma takes you where,
Dogma
what's the
cannot.
phrase? Yeah, where Dogma cannot, or something like that. Like leave a phrase that he will understand.
Okay.
But
Okay. So you left the car. It's raining. You walk to the garage. Now there is no one. There is only the motorbike. He was putting together this custom motorbike, this Harley Davidson post Second World War that the veterans used to drive in the past. And when you left the message, you heard, "Hey kiddo, don't move."
So yeah, I just it's like receiving a shock. I just like I go like I get really stiff and I freeze for a second.
Yeah, you look a man with a black sunglasses and a gun in his hand.
Mhm.
What are you doing with my motorbike?
Mr. Nineman,
Yeah.
my name is Mueller, Lucas Mueller. I come from Berlin. Um, I think we need to talk. It's about something that happened a long time ago, and I can assure you it has nothing to do with your bike.
Okay. Well, hey, and who are they? Who are they? And he points to your comrades.
Then I just point to them. They can talk for themselves.
We are with Lucas, and we have the same questions he has.
I don't like you, Bernard.
Oh,
He knows my name.
And excuse me, I don't like you. Oh, he doesn't know your
Don't
name.
worry, nobody
Okay.
does. You're not unique.
I think that there's actually a lot of people that don't like us in this.
Yeah, there is a lot of people.
Here, like the also how was the Dr. Hoffman also didn't like it.
Yeah.
We
us,
are
like,
not a
Well,
friendly
that
cabal.
was, but that was because Hoffman has something against your cabals that I didn't know, and well,
okay.
it was a poor choice to visit him.
Yeah, you can see the screen. This
Yeah.
is the man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it has some aviator glasses also, but now
Okay.
he only has sunglasses, like black New World Order sunglasses. And you, what is?
Thanos, just a minute before, has checked his own weapons that carried with him, but he decides to not take any action. And he said, "I'm Thanos."
The man look at you, and he sees your sacred blade, your blessed sword with all this religious meaning that it has, and says, "Well, I guess that you already have, you could already have attacked me if you wish. Are you from the Technocracy?"
Quite the opposite, actually.
What do you mean?
Well, we're all members of the traditions. Each one pays respect to a different one, but we all hold all of them in high regard.
Well,
We are here due to, in part, to give some closure to the death of a friend of ours, and in part to solve an enigma that was put in front of us. And
Oh,
that we
Well,
believe you can help.
well, okay, come to my house.
Hello?
Yeah, Danny, Lucas,
Okay.
are you there?
Sí,
Yeah.
sí, sí, sí.
Okay, come into my house, and he points to the end door of the garage, and he invites you to enter to his living room. I guess you follow him.
yeah, of course. Of course, Thanos hides his weapons again. Mhm.
Okay. In the house, you can see some pictures of the Cold War and the Second World War. You see in one of them, in one of these pictures, one that covers one wall, there are 5 members of Situation 6, like the cabal that fought the 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 Nazis during the Second World War.
Yeah, that did explain.
But they are only 5. Dr. Mundial is not present in this picture, the photography. Maybe he was taking the picture, but you don't know. Jason takes a seat in the table and left the gun above, on top of the table, without. He's he's an elderly man. After all, he's very old, and he could be a threat for you. But you are free, and he's a very old man against you all. So I think you find that he's not a threat for you.
Okay.
Well, he said he doesn't like me, so I shouldn't lead with questions.
Thanos is not going to start the discussion either. Lucas, it's your responsibility.
No
so,
pressure.
so I didn't got all of it because like my connection like sort of like froze. So he said that we like, what was the like the short version of what he said?
Well, he said that he believed that you were technocracy, and what are you talking about? Excuse me, are you asking for what's the name? What Jason said to you? You asking for?
Yeah.
Well, he offered you a seat in the table.
Yeah.
You find a picture of 5 members of the cabal.
Yeah, and
of
he
the
said that
situation.
there's only 5 left, right?
Yeah, and you don't feel that he's menacing to you. He's not a threat. He's an elder man, and he has nearly 90 years old, and you are free against him. If you make a confrontation.
Oh yeah, but we're not looking for a confrontation. We're only afraid that what happened in the past may happen again, and we were hoping if he could help us with it. In fact, he already helped in the past
Okay.
because he decided to switch sides, right?
Okay.
So I assume that he will be willing to do so again.
Yeah. So what do you ask him?
Are you willing to do the right thing, Mr. Nineman? Once again.
Well, he answers, if I do with that I so do I could be killed very soon.
Do you have? Well, that's it. I was thinking of a very rude question, so I won't say that.
Yeah.
But
The end of the wheel is near for you.
yeah, exactly. I was going to say something like that, but I think that was very rude.
Yeah.
Hmm, I'm wondering, you did the right thing in the past. Why wouldn't you do so now? What has changed? I think you decided to switch sides, right? And to stop what was happening then. Um, you feel I assume that he's responsible for like leaking the information, right?
No, he doesn't know what are you talking about. He looks at you very
Like confused.
strange, very afraid maybe, and he says, are you point me as a traitor?"
I think we should show him the newsreel and just tell him, like everything. Tell him that we know everything. I think we should come clean with this guy because I don't see any point. Like he knows everything, so I don't see any point in hiding anything. So I just tell him everything.
Okay.
I just tell him absolutely everything. I tell him like the death of a friend, how they gave us the newsreel, all the information that we figured out. Like I just come clean. I tell him everything.
Okay. He takes the newsreel.
No,
Sorry.
if he takes the newsreel outside, I stop him
Hmm.
and I say, before we show you this, listen, old man, what I need you to know is that what happened in that town is gonna happen again, and they might be successful. And I wait for a
Well,
reaction after this.
yeah. He changes his face. He looks at you very seriously, and he answers, we cannot allow this to happen again."
They are experimenting it. They are doing it, and they are closer than they were 60 years ago.
I cannot believe in this. It's not possible. We, 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 we put an end to all these experiments. It could
He's
not.
alive.
Well, uh, for a moment, you can see like a burst of energy in this old man's body, like being jaws again, and he says, "We cannot allow this to happen again." And for a brief moment, you see the eyes of a hero, of a spy, a man of action, and an idealist. Well, how this information um, uh, arrived to you? How do you gain access to all this information?
And then Lucas feel free in this. Now that I've done the
Okay,
drama, and I have been hooked into the plot.
okay, yeah. You told him, and he maybe have a projector, and
Hmm.
well, he says, after the Second World War, we we lost some members of the cabal of the Situation 6 fighting the traitors of the Nazi technocracy and Nazi traditions of the Tullgesellschaft, the Iron Circle, the verbena that joined the Nazis. They were performing experiments to hybrid some corpses, some human inmates of Dachau, some prisoners with aliens. They tried to fusion his bodies, making a new breed of warriors and a weapon against the allies. Do you understand I am talking about?
I know this.
They try to experiment so hard, but in the end, almost everyone died. The human mind is not prepared to contain an alien spirit, an alien mind in a human body could increase, could power up his capabilities, but almost everyone broke. Only one prisoner survived, number 14. And you can remember that in the pictures that there were 13 corpses, 13 bodies with these tattoos, with these marks in the skin. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he says they sentenced Alois Richter to death, to Gilgul, but they don't stick to his word. Alois Richter is still alive, working for the Technocracy. They have the black papers to replicate the experiments, but they don't have the power of the node of that child in hands of the Thanatos. This technocratic revival of the Nazi experiments was named Operation Stormmaker. It was a crime, a sin. Like I could not just I could not handle anymore. I could not think that all we fought for was for nothing, and our own forces, our own ranks were repeating the experiments. I think that I didn't know what these experiments, what these hybrids could achieve, could do, but I think that they could create avatar storms. They could handle the raw energy of the paradox, and with that weapon, they would undoubtedly won the Ascension War. Do you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They're creating a creature that can just do any kind of power, any kind of magic, and not suffer any consequences. Is what that's what you're saying.
Mirna thinks for a brief moment what could be creating storms in the umbral realm, in the spirit realm, in the dreamlands. With a power like that, you can devastate world wars. You can destroy entire realms of realities. You can even cut the contact between realities. You can destroy all the connections between the traditions and other dimensions of reality. With that kind of superpower, with that kind of hybrids being even immune to the paradox, being capable of create channels for paradox, you all will be sentenced to death sooner or later. What does Mirna feel about that? About this power of the Dreamlands.
Her eyes started watering a little bit because she knew this was bad, and she was worried because she saw the relationship with her own tattoos and the tattoos of the dead people. But now this is just like an overwhelming, like, oh, this is even worse than I thought. If I thought this was bad, this if I and she feels very small all of a sudden because uh, obviously she feels the urge to fight against this, but she doesn't know if she's going to be able to tackle such a big thing. Like, she just feels incredibly small in the universe right now.
Okay, he puts in the table 13 dossiers of the experiments that Alois Richter performed during the Second World War. And there you can see the tattoos and the marks of the aliens again. You can see in the pictures the corpses being distorted, mutated, with some of them with claws, with fangs, with wings in his backs. These aliens transform his limbs in tentacles, in barbed tongues that flow in his faces, in chest and stomach, and stomachs, plenty of eyes. These are not anthropomorphic aliens. These are the worst kind of aliens from beyond the farthest horizons of reality.
So my question here would be, because we do have similar tattoos, but for example, when I got mine and when I designed mine, it was obviously with a different purpose. It was also in a different mindset, of course, because when Mirna got them, she got them as tools to travel through the spirit world, to travel through portals, and she was more like travel myself than to bring something inside my body. So I mean, of course, it's not something that I might need more time to investigate. But what I want to be able to piece together is what's the difference in the sense that how at risk I'm gonna be, because I was doing this with my intention, but now that I see that this can be used for this other terrible thing, I'm also worried for my own integrity.
You don't know you don't know the difference. Maybe these tattoos are a channel, a mark that makes you profitable, that makes you valuable for these aliens. With these tattoos, with these corpses were marked as prepared for possession or for entering the dreamlands. As you are, you can thread the veil of reality, but you also are a gate to other realities. You are a portal yourself. That's how you understand that you herself are a portal to other realities. Okay, so Naimen tells you, well, we were, when I was yet in Technocracy, before flying away, we tried to avoid these experiments for repeating. And he looked to Thanos. We tried to avoid that Technocracy make contact with Bormas of the Dachau node. And we achieved. We and the other friends of Kurats achieved something. They didn't gain access to the node again, to the torture fountain of Dachau. But I think that during the last few years, they find a way, other node, in the limits of the world, in the Arctic, in the last outpost of the Nazis, in Svalbard. Do you know Svalbard?
I mean, I've heard the name.
It's an island that belongs to Norway. It's just
Yeah.
way up north, almost in the North Pole.
Well, in fact, it belongs to Denmark, but this island is full of the myths. It's Ultima Thule, the northest island in the world that still is inhabitable. It only has a small garrison of Technocracy soldiers, but there in the ice there is a node, and Alice Richter is there, and you must stop him.
Will you help us?
I am an old man. I cannot help you.
And how it is supposed that we have to stop them?
Well, you have to destroy the experiments and to finalize the sentence of death, arrest upon Alice Richter. You have to kill Alice Richter once for all. I think that I was I searched for Svalbard in Google, and it's for Norway, not for Denmark.
I googled too because I was like, I'm pretty sure it's from Norway.
Yeah, I thought it was from Denmark, but it was not. Denmark
It
is
from Denmark. That's
yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't really matter. But for geography students, it's in Denmark. It's in Norway. Well, I sorry for correcting you, Midnight. Well, what are you going to do? He's giving you a suicide mission.
Yeah.
He's asking you to go to Svalbard, to Ultima Thule, to destroy a technocratic, to storm and attack a technocratic stronghold.
Yeah. Sounds crazy. So,
yeah, tell me.
Sorry. On one side, up until this point, Lucas was going through the motions because he didn't have the full picture, and so he just was going forward just to see what was going to happen, just to see what will unfold. But now that he knows the true nature of these experiments, he has found a new result. So he's like completely sure of himself that he's going to go through with it. In fact, you could say in a way that it's his destiny, in the sense that this is the biggest thing, that the biggest endeavor he has ever taken. So of course he needs to confront it.
And Thanos?
Yeah.
Thanos has a duty not only with all the things related with the will that are involved in this story, but with the War of Ascension too, as all the mages of the world. So he doesn't has any doubt. They have to try to stop these experiments
Okay.
as soon as possible.
And how Myrna feels about storming, attacking a technocratic stronghold in Ultima Thule.
So, as a condition, she knows that this has to be stopped because this is effectively at the end of the world otherwise. But also she starts losing a little bit of intensity towards the quest because all of a sudden she realizes, but that's only three of us. Like she realizes that the logistics of these are going to be incredibly complicated. We might need to get much more people involved. Just the three of us sounds like some crazy talk, but then going to other cabals and telling them, hey, we have to do this. It's gonna sound as crazy as she sounds, and she knows she's sounding right now. So as much as she knows that, and she wants to do this because obviously it's the thing to do. The reality of it starts to make her feel very very uncomfortable with the whole situation.
Okay. Jason Nyman keeps silent. He lets the information to fall in your ears and to let slowly get into your minds. And he says, we don't have much time. I think that you have arrived. You have come to me for a reason. I don't know who sent you to me, but we we have to put an end to this before it's too late and before I die. This is my redemption.
How can you help us? Can
Well,
you help us at least get to Svalbard?
I can give you enough money to travel to the northern airport of Norway, but from there you have to find a way to travel to Svalbard.
Okay, Thanos is all the time thinking about this redemption. If this final act from Jason is enough to pay for all the crimes that he did in the past. And yeah, he's touching the holy weapon that he has, and he doubts about this. He's trying to make a decision, but he wants to take its own time.
Okay. Meanwhile, please, can you, Lucas, roll perception plus awareness?
Mm-hmm. You said perception plus awareness. That's three
Yeah.
dices.
Just Lucas, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
Lucas.
I think that because he's going to keep talking to you.
Okay, so it's a failure. Not
Okay.
like
Not a botch, but a failure.
exactly, not a botch, but I failed the roll.
Okay. So Jason keeps talking to you, to Myrna and Thanos, and saying, "Well, I lost many people back in the Second World War. Do you know how it feels to die your best friend in your hands? My best friend was a hermetic that was consumed by a fire from within. The paradox eat her from inside. The bright from his eyes faded away. Nobody did nothing. The faces of the inmates of the Dachau prisoners just keep witnessing this is in silence. They saw everything. They saw the experiments, the battle, the deaths. The world is falling in indifference. My worst nightmare is that even if this would be known, the world would not do nothing at all. Nobody matters about that. Nobody believes that a Nazi could be still alive, but they are. Suddenly, you hear a helicopter in the street. Excuse me, give me a second.
No problem.
That was a very happy helicopter.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I think it's time to run.
yes.
Just saying, just a thought.
Yeah, I'm back. You hear a helicopter in the street. The flyer from the big machine cutting the air, and suddenly someone knocks the door. Boom, 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 boom. What are you going to do?
Are we waiting for somebody?
No.
I throw myself on top of the table and I try to grab as many papers as I can.
Okay.
I take my heavy gun with me
Mm-hmm.
and I point to the door.
He looks at you. Please tell me that you erasing your trail. You have left a trail.
I thought that we were being stealthy enough at least.
Fuck. Get out my house. Use the rear door. Use the door of the garage. I'm
Yeah.
going to try to misdirect them as possible as possible, and he tries to keep as serious as he can and walks to the door. What are you going to do?
Since I know the location instinctively, I start to run and I tell them, follow me, I know the way, and I just go straight to the door.
You look for the rear door. So
Yeah.
okay. Well, you don't wait for what happened to
I
Jason.
pick as many papers as I can.
And Thanos?
If he wants, he can stay there. You know what, Karma Beach, you help us, but I'm not gonna die now. I cannot die right now.
Okay,
Thanos?
Thanos whispers, okay, old man, the wheel is going to judge you soon.
Okay, so you run to the rear door looking for some exit, some escape route, and finally, in the garage, you find that exit in the other corner of the house. When you open it, suddenly, maybe a bit surprised, are two men in black with two guns in the hand, each one. What? And what? Roll initiative.
Okay.
You have to roll one dice. Only
Yeah.
one dice.
Plus dexterity plus wits, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's 12 from me.
Okay.
And
This round, you're going to be first. They are not going to roll the first turn because they are surprised. But after that, they are going to shoot you.
Mhm.
But the first one, the most agile, is Myrna. What does Myrna when she sees these two men in black in the rear door with a pistol in his hands?
Mm, I do have martial arms, so I could just try a kick to disarm them, just like make them drop one of them at least, because of course I cannot take both. Just
Okay.
like kick him in the hand so he will drop the gun.
Okay, perfect. Roll strength plus melee. Brawl. What's the name
Uh,
in this?
well, in this case, I would be using martial arts because
Okay,
melee I don't have,
okay. You can use martial arts. So
and a point of willpower because believe me, I don't have that much.
so roll strength plus martial arts and one success for willpower spend. Okay, two successes. You disarm one of the agents, and the gun goes to the floor. How do you do? You give you give him a kick, or you punch in the how do you
I
disarm
kick
the
the gun.
agent?
I kick the gun as far away as I can and try to remove myself from in front of him.
Okay, and the next one will be Thanos.
no,
No,
Lucas, I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm the second one. So I would like to use one of my roads with the other agent.
okay,
It's one of the roads that I wrote into my paradigm. It's called Empty Palm Vanquishes the Wicked. It's basically like a sumo palm, like a palm strike, like the sumo,
hmm
but with
like
amplified with force.
like a Bud Spencer hit. Okay,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's not like a slap. It's more like like a straight like palm to the chest, like a
okay.
sumo, like
Yeah.
palm strike, but with
So
force.
okay, we are going to roll everything, and
Okay.
each success is going to be an automatic success to the melee roll. Okay,
Okay.
and for the damage if you wish to
Okay. Well, I
take
want
damage.
to leave him like unconscious or like disarm him.
Okay,
Like
okay,
I don't want to do like real damage. I don't want to kill him. I just want
okay.
to. Yeah. So arete. So yeah, no successes. I fail actually.
Well, you don't you have not and you don't have enough time to
Yeah.
focus in your inner paradigm to
Can I use like
you can
willpower
spend willpower.
or
Yeah, you can spend
okay? So
willpower.
so I will. Does that give me like an
Only one.
a success? Yeah, so one success,
Yeah,
right?
one success.
Okay.
Maybe can you explain how does it
hmm
how do you
How do I say it?
use your spell?
Yeah. So I assume that these two agents like come right out the door, and as the first one comes in, like Mirna kicks the gun out of his hand, and then the second one like shoves the first one, tries to hold the to lift the gun, and then I say loud, aloud the name of the road, like Empty Palm Bank is the wicked, and I don't know, like I do like a small gesture, like a monk will do, and then like like a sumo fighter, like a sumo wrestler, like just you know, plant
Okay,
the palm of my hand into his chest.
he was not prepared for that, and you you achieved to to throw away the agent that falls to the floor, and you have a few values
Mhm.
seconds to pass above them and fly. If you wish, maybe if you can stay
No,
fighting.
can I just like touch the weapon? I like to grab the weapon.
Yeah, you can.
So I just want to grab the weapon, and with matter, I have also matter. I want to because I don't know how a gun works, but I just want to like break it,
Yeah.
just touch it and like break it, in pieces.
Hmm.
And I want to make it so like I look like I know what I'm doing, but I have no idea how a gun works. I want to use magic for that.
Okay. Okay. Roll again. Roll everything.
Okay. If I fail here, I don't think I'm going to use again willpower. Yeah, so one success if it's 7,
Yeah.
but if it's 5, because I don't think it's very
it's fine,
difficult,
it's fine.
then two successes.
Yeah, you broke the pistol in pieces. Maybe
Okay.
you achieved some critical trigger that maintains.
Yeah, the spring of the gun or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it falls apart. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
The agents. One of the agents says, "Fuck! Reality deviance. There is resistance. Reality deviance." What do you do? What do you do?
I think we run, right? We run for it.
You also run, Thanos?
No, as far as I understood, there are 2 agents, but we are free to leave right now.
Well,
But he just called for reinforcements.
Yeah. He's calling reinforcement.
Yes. So I aim my weapon to this guy and I shoot.
Okay. Roll.
After all I did, I took away his gun and everything, and now you shoot him. You could have done that at the beginning.
You don't understand the weird, Lucas.
The
It's like a heel on his mouth. His face was healed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll dexterity plus.
Dexterity plus firearms, right?
Yeah. I guess that Mirna flies.
Yeah, I also
actually on my next turn. Can I pick up the gun that I kicked away? Like, okay, well, now I might need a gun.
Yes, you have the gun, the other gun, in fact.
Okay.
Okay, if the difficulty is 6,
Yeah,
3 successes.
You execute this man, and what explain to the audience, to this only spectator, what happened.
Okay, in my mind, or I have an specialism of heavy guns, so maybe my gun is something like a Colt Anaconda or something like that.
Okay.
A big Colt. So yes, you see that I have point into. I have aimed the weapon to the chest of the target guy. And I have shoot because I know that the power of this weapon is high. If I have success to
Yeah. It doesn't matter. The head explodes.
I'm going to destroy the guy.
Yeah. Mirna and Lucas were running when they heard.
And if I have time, I want to kill the other guy.
Yeah, you have time. Well, you have
other time.
You have the time you want to spend. More time you spend in the house, more time the agents have to arrive.
If I only see 2 agents, I want to kill both of them. Yeah.
Okay. The second one says, "Please, no, I didn't do anything bad. Please, don't kill me, please."
It's late for that.
Okay, I have a son. Don't kill me.
Before this, Thanos shoots.
Vale. Okay, you kill the man, and you look. He was grabbing a picture of his son in his hand that he opens when the final breath goes out his mouth, and then I guess Thanos runs with the helicopter following you. Well, where are you going to? Where are going you to go?
I think the only place to go is maybe the hollows, the hollow ones like Chantry. But I don't think I think we have to lose the technocracy first, because if like we bring them to the Chantry, they won't be happy about it.
Okay. And
So
how are you going to lose the democracy?
Yeah. How do we lose their trail? Do we split up?
What we can do is get on the car, and since I know the streets by heart, what we can do is just start driving and trying to get them lost, basically, at this point, and put distance once we know they are not following us.
Well,
Okay.
when you run to the car, you see some agents already there. They have the car.
Oh shit.
Okay.
They look at you and they start shooting, and the bullets start flying around you.
Damned. Okay.
Follow me. And I guess we can only run like rats.
You
We can
have the
try
helicopter. You have the helicopter following you, and you have to create some way to fly, because using normal ways, using trying to use to evade democracy in this city where they are more and more strong than you are going to be catch sooner or later.
Okay, so maybe one option for us to avoid the helicopter is to try to go to the subway.
Okay.
To the subway and trying to reach some airport or something like that from the subway of London.
Okay. Yeah. So you try to run to the subway. Roll strength plus athletics, all of you.
Okay.
Strength plus athletics.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So that's 5.
2 successes.
Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. You arrive to the subway station, and you see some cameras watching to you. There is some people, because it's in the evening, but it's not too late. You know that sooner or later they are going to catch you in the subway. But you lost the helicopter, and the helicopter stays above you in the air. You also hear some cars, motors, activity around you. Beyond the crowd, you start in far away some security agents of the subway approaching to you. What do you do?
I mean, I believe I have a way to get out, but just for me.
Yeah, I can also probably just like I can run really fast, and with like correspondence I can probably mix into the crowd. I also have a high like arcane, so I can probably mingle into the crowd and disappear.
You can hide easily.
Yeah.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Mirna, you can break the gauntlet here, entering the Umbra.
Yeah. So Thanos, you will. So sorry.
You can, if doing that, you can let all the Cabal escape, but you're going to need some time to lessen the gauntlet, the barrier between worlds.
Okay, I can give you this time.
What are you going to do, Berna?
I tell them like, well, since we are in the subway, we should try to find like some utility room, whatever we can get ourselves into, even if it's just a broom closet, so we can just recoup and make a plan. Let's see how can we get out of here.
Well, you heard in the speakers of the metro, of the subway. Terrorist alarm! Terrorist alarm! There is a bomb alert! Bomb alert! Evacuate the station, please. Don't panic. Please stay easy. And suddenly, people breaks crazy and start running to the exit. Above you, trying to break the doors, trying to. They have given the terrorist alarm in the station, and probably the subway line is going to be stopped.
So I'm reading the third power of Pierce Gauntlet, Step Sideways, but technically I can only transport myself. That's
Yeah, you
that's what I said.
you can travel yourself with a spirit with a gate in the Umbra, but you can also with spirit 2 and spirit 3 you can also reinforce or awaken the gauntlet. So doing this, you can let the aliens enter the station, or you can enter together the other realms, the other dimensions already connected to the station. I don't know if I can explain it well. You cannot open a gate, but you can connect the areas already to the dimensions, to the realities already connected to this place. Do you understand what I'm talking about? No.
Yeah, there was a connection error, but I think I got
Yeah.
it. Basically, what I can do is make them veil thinner so they can jump with their own.
You can make the veil thinner or stronger between realities. So making the veil thinner, you can travel to beyond veil, but something or someone could also use the veil to enter the reality,
Okay.
and you have no control.
But I tell them, since on my perception, guys, I could open a portal. I know I can travel through that portal, but I don't know if you're going to be able to understand the complicated mathematics that are involved into the portal traveling. But I'm going to need a lot of time. Like, this is not something that I can do like this. I need to make a ritual and make some writings on the floor and lots of mathematics.
Yeah, I think I can get out of this by myself, but I don't want to leave you two alone. So what should I do?
Well, there's people everywhere running,
Yeah,
looking for some place to escape. What Lucas does.
I don't want to leave them alone. I don't want to, you know. So I want to know what is going to be their plan. If they have a plan, then I can maybe leave, but I don't want to abandon them.
And Thanos?
Okay, as I understood, we need time, okay, to do the ritual, the Mirna's ritual. Okay, my intention is to check with entropy, which
Okay.
is the more secure direction to,
Okay.
or if there is a secure place or a safe place near us.
Yeah, like a janitor's closet or something like that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Something like that.
You don't need entropy for that. You
Oh,
you
okay.
can if you find you look for a game door's closet or maybe a
Yes.
tunnel or a private bathroom, something like that. You spend some minutes and finally you achieve this quiet and restful place to do the ritual. But you know that you only have about 5 minutes. People is running, screaming, and that they are going to find you sooner or later.
Yes,
I,
this
I,
time I'm going to try to defend this place as well as I can. So
okay.
I'm going to try to prepare the place to defend, to
Okay.
build defenses or something like that.
Okay.
To block the door and things like that.
Mirna, roll arete. You need 3 successes for weaken the barrier between portals. Now the barrier, as we are in a city, is stronger. Is
Okay.
7. If you achieve 3 successes, it drops and to 4, and you can enter the other world. Maybe the is the skin lands, the shadow lands. Do you want to spend willpower or?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Ability?
yeah. This is like for that situation. So yes, I'm gonna spend willpower.
You can also spend quintessence if you wish.
I'm gonna spend both actually,
Okay, okay, perfect.
because
And
this is, if we don't run away, this is not gonna work well. So it's
roll
2 points. Yeah.
okay.
So arete 3. So 971.
Oh, well, the one mm, makes you achieve only one success, and the other of from willpower 2 successes. Uh, you have to spend more time that you already have in the ritual. So maybe you spend 10 minutes doing the ritual and something uh, mm, something broke the door, and you heard like a, I don't know, like a heavy machine gun being put in function and shutting the door in pieces. Thanos looks at an agent with that weapon placed in the arms, shooting up to you. You have to roll melee no, firearms opposed with them in a shotgun, uh, what's the name?
Some
Shoot
kind
fight.
of duel or something like that.
Yeah. What's the name in English? Shooting. Yeah, you are in a shooting.
Yeah.
You are gaining time for Mirna.
Mhm.
So roll, and the one with more successes wins the roll. Okay.
Again, dexterity plus firearms, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think that I can apply the specialism if it's the case, right? Heavy pistol. I'm going to use willpower, of course.
Okay.
Each success is important in this case.
Can I help? What I did before to break the gun, I would like to do it at a distance with correspondence. But like I want to grab like one of the like a rock or something, like a piece of debris that broke up when the machine gun shot at the door, and I want to throw it at the like at the guy with the gun, like at the gun.
Okay,
And I
okay.
want to do like an effect similar to what I did with the gun, but with throwing a rock to the gun with a matter and correspondence to do it at a distance.
Like shooting an helicopter and the helicopter
Yeah,
exploding.
with an arrow. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it, but not in the first time. Now they are already fighting.
Okay, maybe in the next round. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to the bathroom. Okay, until.
Okay, don't worry. So you achieve 6 successes plus willpower.
Six.
7 successes, exactly.
7. And he achieves 3, 4, 5 successes. Yeah, you won. Maybe you draw the pistol and you
Yeah.
shot first as Han Solo and
Exactly.
roll for damage.
Yes, I have here
have
the stats of Colt Anaconda, as I said, okay? It's
Yeah.
6 of...
Damage plus the 7 successes. So you roll 13 dice.
15.
No, 13.
13. Okay. Okay, I think that in this case, once it doesn't count, right? Or this is a home rule. I don't remember.
You achieve 6 successes and two ones. So you inflict 4 damage to the
Okay.
agent, and he takes a wound and injured, and he goes to the ground, to the floor, being hit by your pistol, by your heavy weapon, and the heavy machine gun shooting goes to the wall, breaking this bathroom in pieces, rings wrecking around you, raining dust, and you feel like being in a battle, maybe something like that Mirna never experienced it before. Mirna, roll again for Arete. Well, finally, you achieve it. You open the portal, and you can enter the Shadowlands, but something alien, spirits, creatures begin to flow to the world. Thanos and Lucas can see like shadows coalescing, like alien creatures taking form in the bathroom, in the station, in the subway. Some of them attack the agents, but others try to possess the few Londoners that still were in the subway, trying to hide, trying to these aliens, these creatures are angry, and they eat humans. They pass above you, and the agents suddenly have something worse to worry about than you. What do you do? do you enter the Shadowlands, or do you try to protect the humans?
How many agents do we think are out there right now? More like approximately.
Well, there was a squad of agents. There were 5 of them.
I don't think we can take them and the aliens. I think the agents are probably more prepared to deal with the aliens than us. And I think if we leave now and we close the portal, we avoid letting more aliens out. So I think we should leave now.
I agree with Lucas. Mhm.
Well, Mirna knows that she really has no time to close the portal. You has to left the portal open.
Yeah, and I don't really tell them because like it's us or them. So I just scream, "Jump now!" and I jump into the portal.
Okay, so you enter the Shadowlands, and what you see in this realm, in this dimension, is like a colorless, like a gray version of the subway station. There is nobody. There is nothing there. It's like if the agents have vanished. Like you feel something airy, something strange in the air. Lucas and Thanos, it's the first time from there that enter in the Southernlands. You see blood in the floor, screams, but you hear screams, but they are like echoes from nowhere, from other reality. Screams of the humans you left behind, being possessed and attacked by the aliens you have liberated to the reality. You can travel the Shadowland. You left the station and you feel that there are spiders everywhere, like giant spiders making webs, making highways of information above the ground and below, connecting the city. These spiders, this web is like a crystal stray, like a crystal trend that um, makes you feel breathless. You are, you will feel out of your place. Where are you going to go in this Umbra realm?
I look at Mirna and I stay silent because I have no idea.
Mm.
We could just walk literally outside of London and then try to come back through there. It's,
Okay.
but we wouldn't have a car and we wouldn't have our possessions. And to
Yeah,
be
but
honest, I don't think it's safe to go back to the inn anyway.
but do you know which way to go? Do you know where's safe and where isn't?
Well, safe is a relative statement outside of our reality. So, no, but I will do my best, obviously. It's not like I'm trying to kill anyone. uh, but yeah, I don't do this often. This is very experimental for me, and it's the first time I do it with more people. Um, but yeah, I think that we should just walk outside of London and try to reappear somewhere where, let's say, the reality is thinner, so it's easier for me to make you guys come back, and I don't have to, well, put anyone at risk nor call the attention of anything else that might live here.
You can also use correspondence in the Southlands.
Also, in the Shadowlands, I would be able to transport myself, but would I be able to transport them too?
You can transport everything in the Southlands using correspondence.
Okay.
So is it easier here to use our magic?
No, it's easier for her
Okay.
because
Okay.
she has a spirit also, so
Okay.
she can combine spirit with other spheres
Okay.
to travel and to look for something or to look for someone in the Southlands.
Okay.
So what I do is I take a pen, like one of these to write on walls, for one of my pockets, and I start doing the mathematics on the floor. Like, okay, I'm trying to calculate what is a good point, maybe a telluric point that I might know that is close to here, that is going to take us out of London. And I start doing all the mathematics for the right portal to transport us to that area.
Okay, roll arithmetic, please. Is yeah, 3 success. You're going to gain 3 points of paradox from the first ritual. Okay.
Yeah, I already have them down. Yeah.
The portal, but for this, you don't gain paradox because you are in the Southlands.
Okay, so I win 3 from opening the portal, which would make me now I have more paradox and quintessence right now.
You have more? What?
I will have more paradox and quintessence. Like right now, we'll have 6 points of paradox.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, just letting you know.
The paradox has to run all the will before
Okay.
arriving to the quintessence.
Okay.
In the moment that the paradox starts to block gaps of quintessence, you lost
Yeah.
the quintessence.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yes.
Okay. So finally, you have find some route to left London. So some way you open a street. It reads it is a street from nowhere. It's not from London. It's named Daniel Street, and there is a rainbow above the street, giving you the welcome to his domain. And the street, like a voice itself, says, "Welcome, travelers. Enter freely my domain."
Thank you for welcoming us. We are in quite a rush, and we hope to give you no disrespect.
I give you shelter for all deviants as you are.
I'm a bit lost. Where exactly are we now?
You are entering the house of the segregated, the shelter against the storm, the place where one can be who truly is. We are Denny Street, and with these final words, we are going to leave the chronicle now, from today, we are finishing the first chapter of the Chronicle. I'm going to give you experience points, and there is one chapter left, the second one, storming, attacking the stronghold of the Technocracy in a suicide mission. It's going to be for the story. Thank you all the audience, the only spectator we have. Thank you for following the Chronicle. I hope you enjoy. I hope you spend some good time watching these killers and assassins murdering so many innocents in the streets of London. And have a good time. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Don't go.